I'm from New Zealand. I grew up in Christchurch. I studied in Auckland, so I worked in a hospital there for 3 years. Then we were just keen to go somewhere new and get work experience elsewhere. So we came across to Australia. We weren't sure how long we'd be here for, where we were going to go, but fell in love when we came to Hobart.
I worked on the Sunshine Coast as a senior occupational therapist, and I was working as part of Queensland Health and working across a number of leadership positions and was looking for a bit of a change, so Tassie was attractive.
I moved to Tasmania because I was looking for something different and an adventure, and I wanted to work in a hospital as well, and it just seemed like a good fit.
My husband and I had a holiday here a few months prior and had really enjoyed Tassie, so it seemed a bit of a no-brainer in the end to decide to just move down as well. This is a big move for me after spending my whole life in Victoria, but I'm very glad that I made that move.
My husband wanted to move to Australia forever. Before I came to Tasmania, I grew up in a city called Plymouth in the UK. And I just woke up one morning and decided to give it a go, put in an expression of interest, and then I was contacted by THS, and it kind of went from there.
I never thought I'd move back to Tassie after graduating, but just the way that it fell, I went travelling, and then it was easier to bring all my stuff back home. And then when I actually stopped to look at the jobs available here, there was lots of opportunity for career progression.
I came down and accepted a senior occupational therapist role, so it's pretty equivalent to my role in Queensland. I was excited by the fact that there was a relatively young team who were working across different rotations, and was looking forward to sharing my experience with the team and encourage their development in occupational therapy.
I've had the opportunity to sort of develop my skill sets by working across a number of acute settings, and I'm currently in a subacute setting.
I was given a month to settle my children in and to get used to Australian lifestyle, which was a massive plus because it was really important to me and also to my husband that we had enough time to settle our kids into school.
About a year after arriving here, I progressed from a level 1 to a level 2, which was really great. I felt very supported through that process, and my team leaders were telling me that I should really go for it and it was the right time, so I'm really glad that they encouraged me through that.
The big draw card for the OT department at the LGH for me was the strong focus on supervision, but also professional development and career progression. And I think as well, the supportive management team is a big part of it for me. They really encourage you to think outside the box. They're very open to change and quite innovative as well.
I really enjoy rehab OT work, getting to work that little bit longer with patients and build therapeutic relationships.
The team was super friendly and very, very welcoming when I arrived. And they acknowledge that you have a life outside of work and encourage you to have balance, which was really refreshing.
What I really love about West Tassie and Burnie and the local area of Wynyard is there's lots of little art culture around. So we've kind of connected in with the Burnie Arts Centre. So I've done some life drawing and some printmaking classes at the Watershed in Wynyard. That's usually after hours or on the weekends.
I love living here because I get to go do lots of different hikes. There's so many around Burnie that it's easy to get to, like Cradle Mountain or the West Coast. And then there's also great food here, lots of good produce.
Tasmania is the second driest state in Australia, which is a huge bonus for me and my family coming from the UK where it rains a lot. It means that we can get out at the weekends and that our weekends aren't ruined by the weather. It's a really, really beautiful state. We love it. I don't think we'll leave.
Hobart's a very livable city. The lifestyle's great. It's a beautiful, rugged, right on our front doorstep. There's so many gorgeous hikes and camping spots to go away to on the weekends. So never short of an activity.
I love that you can, drive 5 minutes down the road and be at the beach, and then drive half an hour the other direction and be in the bush or on the top of Kanani, Mount Wellington. It's so beautiful in terms of its landscape, but it's also incredible that you have such a short commute to get to work, which just doesn't happen in the big cities.
I go to Hobart almost every weekend to go sailing. The outdoors is a big draw card for me, so if I'm not sailing, I'm scuba diving or hiking, and there's just so much opportunity for that here.